This is a technique in the How to Talk course program in the connection module called Stay Back. The goal of this strategy is to develop connection. Too often, the first thing we do when we go into the arena, even if we're going to warm up to ride, is circles. And oftentimes, the circles are encouraging our horses to be disconnected, right? This is Gina, and Gina is a tense horse. And whenever she disconnects from me, she gets concerned about things that might be happening, in the world around us, right, outside of the arena. So connection is a huge deal, and it's been an eye-opener to develop this behavior with her, for me to see just how often her brain disconnects from me. So I'm going to walk backwards here, and I want to maintain some tension on this rope as I walk backwards. I want her to maintain it. So every time she puts slack in the rope, I'm going to wiggle it to let her know that I don't want her to put slack in the rope. So let's have a go. So this is actually a little bit more slack than I care to have. There we go. Right about that much, right? I want her to maintain it. Notice too that I'm walking backwards slowly. That also encourages her to think her way through this strategy versus just kind of doing what she's always done before, which would be, to make her way to me. Now, there's a time and a place where I want that to happen, and I need to make sure that as I develop stay back, that I'm not breaking my draw, right? That I'm not confusing her and inadvertently telling her that I don't want you to be near me. I want her to solve a puzzle here. I want her to think through, like, when do I wiggle the rope and when do I leave it alone? So every time she puts slack in it, I'm going to keep walking backwards, but try to get her to walk forward just like that, one careful step at a time. And notice where her attention is. Good. And then she licks and chews right away. And so that's another good spot to let her process on that. But in the meantime, what's the first thing she does, right? As soon as I try to give her a moment to, process, dwell, she immediately disconnects from me. So, it's really great to have this strategy to keep developing my expectation of her to stay connected to me, right? The best place to be is with me. And, that's easy to say, but sometimes hard to do, right? Like, what do we do if they don't believe that the best place to be is with me? So I have to, keep playing around with these connection strategies to convince her of that, right? This is what I really want right here. These careful, slow steps forward and her focus on me, right? Good, yay. What I love here is that my feet stopped and her feet stopped, and she didn't put slack in the rope. She's maintaining this distance between us. It's not that I always want her to be a mile away from me, right? I want her to understand that there's a puzzle for her to solve here, right? Maintain the tension on the rope. Every time you put slack in it, I'm going to make it a little uncomfortable for you. And so we've been doing this strategy now for a few days since we got back from Florida. It's been a couple of weeks, and I got to get some more clarity on the application of this strategy, and it's really changing how she looks at me, how often she looks to me, right? It is really having a big influence on her belief that the best place to be is with me. These nice, slow, careful, deliberate steps forward is what I'm looking for, and that her focus stays on me. So, just a couple minutes of that as part of my warm-up. I think I'm going to keep persisting with this strategy for quite some time, probably another couple of weeks, and I'll let you know how things continue to improve. Stay with me. Or I'm sorry, stay back. This strategy is called Stay Back in the connection module of the How to Talk course program.